Okay, so I'm gonna go in and replay a couple boards on the Master Weapon event here. So I was just talking about in the last video whether or not weapons were worth keeping multiples of, and multiples of the same weapon, and I think it is for sure. If you're a mono fighter too, there's a bunch of guys in my alliance that they always fight mono. So they take in 5 yellows at once or 5 greens at once. Then you're definitely going to want to keep a variety of weapons. They do that in for the challenge events too. So considering rare, you can only take in 3-star weapons and heroes, then you definitely want a variety for that as well. So I'm just going to replay this first set. Again, I'm not looking to improve scores, but I thought I'd give some tips and tricks maybe on team setup and stuff you want to think about for competing or replaying even. So the boss is blue on this first board, so I'm looking to take in greens. Now I took Logan in pretty much all of the boards. He hits, he does attack up, plus he clears status ailments, which is fantastic because I think every single one of the bosses throws some kind of status ailment at you. One's defense down, one steals charge, one puts charge down. I'm not sure what the blue boss does offhand, but so I'm gonna take in all these heroes. Now I do have some weapons that I haven't used, but they're not even leveled yet. However, look at the power. It's almost the same as the cooldown weapon. So that shows you just how much they cut the stats, right? They slice it right in half. So that's pretty funny. But next Master Weapon event, I'm going to have a few more leveled up weapons. Now, last time I didn't take Logan because he wasn't leveled up enough to be helpful. So in that case, I would have used attack boosts for my heroes. Now I usually take in, so if Logan doesn't go off and clear the status ailment, the antidote will do that. And then I got charge drinks. I'm out of like small charge drinks too. I got a heck of a lot of crafting I need to do, but anyway, we'll run through this first set of stages here with you guys, and weapons have a boost for a limited amount of battles. Yeah, see, I don't know. I can't remember where I read it was minus 50% attack and defense, but I did read that somewhere that it was halved. So let's go. We'll see what we can do. Now, when I'm up in the higher boards, I definitely work the board a little bit and charge all my heroes before I go into the boss stage. Here, it's fine. Like, it's not... I'm gonna beat them regardless, but... So, you can see the color stacking works very well. The impact of the tiles once you start color stacking is awesome. So you can kill them off very easily, and then all your heroes charge within a turn or two of each other or on the same turn. So now the second stage, it's a yellow boss at the end. So I'm gonna go in with purple. Talon is awesome for the higher stages. I don't find that her special works that great for the lower stages when you're trying to get through it in, wow, I got quite a few purple weapons still with a charge. Well, maybe I might replace some of the yellow boss boards. Her special isn't that great for the weaker boards, the boards that you first start out with, because you're trying to get through them quicker, and her minions take up a little bit more time. But however, in the later stages, boy, those minions sure do come in handy, because they're poisoning every hero every time, and those are the stages that take a few minutes to play, so the poison from the minions is quite helpful on the latter stages, not necessarily the starting stages though. So as you can see, there's yellow enemies as well, so having the stacked purple heroes will help you get through to the bosses quicker. So if you get the right amount of tiles, or the right amount, the right color tiles I should say. Getting a heck of a lot of greens here. It's not really helpful for getting rid of these guys. Alright, so the third stage is a green boss. So I would take in all red strikers. As I get down in the stages too, I take in a healer, like I was taking in Coyote. Or this isn't so bad, my red teams, because I got 2 Zidanes. And he hits and heals, so he reminds me of Anzog in Empires and Puzzles, who I really like. I've used Anzog as a tank for quite a long time. Logan's attack up certainly doesn't come in handy. I find I don't go through as many combat boosts, which is cool, because the ingredients to make the combat boosts go into a couple different other crafting items, so I can craft other items instead of the combat boosts. Okay, so number 4 we have purple. So I want to go in with a yellow team. Oh, actually, she doesn't go first. This guy does. 8-bit does elemental defense down, so defense down to yellow. Specials and yellow tiles. And then I have Rex next, because he does defense down in general, which covers the other colored tiles on the board and the other specials from other heroes. So it's a wicked combination. 8-bit is a great 4-star hero. If you get him, level him up right away. I didn't realize so many of my weapons still had turns left on them. I thought most of them were in cooldown. I guess not. I think all my blues are though, because of course taking Logan in on every board and every replay, I went through my blue weapons like crazy. They were the first ones done. Okay, need to get some of these yellow tiles matched up here. Alright, perfect. Alright, so he's gonna do defense down to yellow. He's gonna do defense down on the boss. And then these two ladies get to hit. So that was a pretty quick way to fly through the board there. Got enough yellow tiles to get everybody charged, get the heroes done and out. Now as the bosses get stronger as you go down, it won't be quite that easy, which is why I take a healer in so I don't lose heroes. If I do lose heroes, I got the life force accelerators to do the resurrection on them. Okay, the fifth stage is red boss and some red enemies. So you're gonna want to take in. This is the only one I think I take in mono on. I'm not a huge fan of mono. I get why people do it for sure, but you could become so dependent on needing blue tiles to pop up, and if you don't get it, it just can blow up in your face. So and on the later boards when the heroes are stronger, I think I took in Coyote with this blue team, so I just didn't bother taking in Hollow pointless. And I took in Coyote instead, so it was still a 4-1 team. Alright, use her special since she's the striker. She's the only striker, the rest of them hit more than one, they're AoE hitters. Got him. Okay, so that's a basic rundown of the bosses on the stages. So, and then it repeats. So when I go to number 6, it'll be the same bosses as number 1, which is blue. Go to 7, same boss, which is yellow. So, lather, rinse, repeat, right? So each section is the same. So you want to take in, on the blue boss on number 1, you want to take in a green team. And then number 2 is yellow, you want to take in purple team, or mostly purple team. Number 3 is a green boss, so you want to take in your reds. Number 4, purple boss, so you want to take in your yellows. And number 5 is a red boss, so you want to take in mostly blues. Now, I'm gonna go, so the purple boss does something different. It doesn't actually throw a status ailment at your heroes. It does defenses up. And it also does no status ailments. So it blocks any status ailments you may throw at it. So I'm gonna go and replay this one and just see if the boss goes off or not. It probably will go off. And I'm gonna take in a I should take in a healer on this one. Do I want to take in a purple or a red healer? Maybe I'll take in Zidane, see how we do. So it makes the purple boss a little bit harder to beat because of its special. Now, if you have a buff dispeller, which I do with Rex, you want to use his special if the boss goes off. I don't think we have enough buff dispellers in this game, myself, personally. We could use some more that do buff dispelling. We have lots of cleansers like Logan that clears status ailments off your hero, which is cool, really cool. Can I use his special? Oh, didn't quite get rid of him. There we go. Alright, so the boss is likely going to go off on me at least once here, and then I can kind of show you what that special is. And why you may want to take energy drinks, at least when you're fighting the purple boss, to be able to dispel that special that they have. Okay, so debuff, shield, and defense is up. Now I can't do any status ailments on them unless I do this. So if I were to hit, if 8-bit had been charged and I were to hit with 8-bit before I dispelled that buff, the defense is down to yellow, would not go on these guys. It would protect them. And Hush does a burn. Her burn would be useless if I used it before I dispelled the buff. So, get this guy going here. Yeah, so I know I have trouble with, well, the most trouble with the purple boss. And I think that has a lot to do with the special. Okay. So, I fire her off. Resist. So her burn didn't go on there. So that's something to think about definitely when assembling a team to take on this boss. Alright, so attack up, and then I got it on. Boom. So the defenses down didn't work for Rex. However, it debuffed the rest of them, so unfortunately the defenses down doesn't work. But that's okay, at least he debuffed for the rest of the hitters that you have. If they live to get rid of these guys. They may not. Okay, see now the buff's back up. So her burn isn't gonna work, but that's okay. We'll still get through the board here at least. Just barely, but we got through it. Yeah, so as you can see, it gets a heck of a lot tougher. So you definitely want to save your best weapons for the last two sections, because the last two sections get really tough. And yeah, my score is way down on that one. I don't know if I'll improve it or not. We'll see. But yeah, so there's a basic run through of that that event, and yeah, hopefully some food for thought about what weapons you guys want to keep and what heroes to take in, and just kind of team synergy for how they've got the bosses set up here. I actually like that. It took me a little while to memorize it, but it's pretty cool. So 1's a blue boss, 2's a yellow, 3's a green, 4's a purple, 5's a red. So there's a run through, and if you ever need to refer back to it, you can refer back to the video for the rundown of the colors of the bosses at the end. So take care all, happy Catter Day, and I'll see you tomorrow for war.